In this video, I'm going to answer the question that a lot of you ask. Are there any cow's feet that we can't fix? I'll let you into a little secret as well. I didn't plan on making this video today. You're watching the Hoof GP.
And I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you.
So I'm betting in this video clip, it's not entirely obvious what foot this cow is sore on, but I can tell you from experience, it's her front right foot. Despite it not appearing obvious, I know there's a fairly major issue with her foot. It's just cows are inherently fantastic at trying to hide lameness. They don't want to seem like the weak link in the herd, because the weak link in the herd is prey in the wild. Luckily for us, she finds her own way up through these pens and down the race. That went easier than I thought it was going to be totally honest. She's fairly wound up, and I thought that might cause some problems. Right, as I'm picking up this front left foot, looking across, I can see there's a problem with her front right foot. And actually, somebody has already had a go at trimming her. If you look here, you can see that somebody has gouged out the side of her foot in an effort to alleviate the pressure. You can also clearly see that somebody has had a go at modelling this foot out, but she's still really sore. So I'm hoping we uncover the problem. So clearly there isn't very much material to be removed from the base of her foot, so I tread very lightly with the grinder. I do need to get rid of this small crack up at her heel though. It looks like she's stood on something sharp. And I prepare that outer claw because she is definitely going to need a block before grabbing the knife, the wrong knife. Now the right knife. You can see where somebody's already trimmed out this portion here. So we're basically going to follow their lead and hope we uncover something a bit more substantial. Obviously I wouldn't have hoped she had a problem, but I'm hoping we can find the problem. That's what I mean when I say hope. Wow, it's hard. This cow's outside in the fields just now, so... And actually, for a change, it hasn't rained in a few weeks here in Scotland. It's remarkable how fast these feet can actually dry out and harden up. Right, grinder time. Like I've just said, the outside wall of this foot is really hard, so using the grinder, I can actually be more careful than I can with a knife. Having to put a huge amount of pressure through a very sharp blade can easily lead to mistakes. This black bit here, I'm wondering if it goes further up than the previous person thinks. It's definitely going further. Oh. You can see that hole disappears right up inside her foot there. So I'm going to need to thin out this wall to get to the root of the problem. If I just put a block on her right now, we would have helped her, but we wouldn't heal her. We need to get to the very heart of it to do that. And just like that, we have the creamy fluid that is pus, and the problem that has been making this cow so uncomfortable. We'll just give that a wash out, I think. Just a little crack there that I still really want to get out properly. I love the look of this glue. I just want to play with it, but it actually gets really hot, so you could burn yourself. Not hot enough to go through a cow's foot, obviously, but certainly for our delicate skin. We're just going to get all this wrapped up because it is slightly open, and we want that to completely dry out. Not the most incredible trim in the world, but one that will definitely make her more comfortable. Just need that wrap, which Craigie boy puts in place while I start trimming her other 3 feet. It may not have been the most graphic of trims, it may not have been the most dramatic, and you may not even see the difference once we've finished trimming these feet. But when we let her go, this cow is going to feel the difference. And that is what is important to me. Just like that, she is done. Like I said, you probably won't even notice the difference, but the important thing is that she will. The cow behind also has a sore front foot. The farmer said she had a crack on her front left foot. Personally, I can't see it yet. This is the front left. A bit of a crack there, but that he said up the front of her foot. There's definitely no crack on the front of her foot though. When he said she was aiming her front foot, I actually said the front right foot, so let's see who's right. As I trim with the grinder here, I'm hoping that something is uncovered and it becomes glaringly obvious what the problem is. But unfortunately, it's just not the case. She does have a crack up here though. I don't think this is anything though, but I will happily be proven wrong. I don't think I am though. No, it's disappearing. She certainly is lame though. I don't know if it's on this foot. It might sound amateurish to not know which foot she's lame on, but sometimes it can be really difficult to tell. We just do everything we can to make sure this foot is as perfect as possible. And actually, Craig, can you grab that, just rinse this off with your sponge? Craig's going to give this a little wash off and we'll see if there's anything wrong with her heel, which I don't think there is. Yeah. I just give it a little buff off as a sort of search cut to make sure I've not missed anything obvious, but still nothing. Maybe a bit of blue roll will wipe everything away and let me see what's there. No. Look up in between the digits and there's nothing there. Just going to clean out round the back of this heel, get rid of these little fissures as we call them in the business. Little cracks. Nope. So he said there was a crack on the front of her foot. Sometimes, believe it or not, dirt can look like cracks, especially in dry weather. So I'm wondering if that's what's happened. If we come in close here, there is a slight crack around here. It looks like a crack, it's not, it's just a hardship line. But her foot looks really, really healthy. Right, hopefully we find something wrong with her front right foot. Can you wipe this one off as well, please, Craig? Yep. Certainly hasn't revealed anything obvious. Let's hope this does. Unfortunately, as I grind away here, nothing is becoming apparent. I actually thought, to begin with, there could be something wrong with this outer claw, but the crack soon disappears with a few swipes of my grinder. I clean off the heels, but don't really remove any height, hoping that something materialises there, but it doesn't, so I quickly model out both soles of the cow's foot. But unfortunately, still nothing has shown up. There's a very small crack here in her white... Oh, I have the wrong knife. There's a very small crack here in her white line. And again, just disappearing. And just get rid of that crack completely. And we're going to widen up these models. Nothing is showing up. A small bruise in there, but that's definitely not causing proper lameness. Again, we'll remove all these little fissures from round about. And I'll just do a tiny little search cut there, but no, look at that. Actually a really good looking cow's foot. I was really hoping we'd find something glaringly obvious. Again though, the farmer did say he saw a crack up the outside of her foot, so we'll try there too. Just get this strap off completely, get a bit of blue roll, wedge it beside here, and wipe these claws off. Again, there is definitely no crack up the outside of her foot. Unfortunately, this is a problem we can't find. So it's also one we can't solve. I'll just quickly trim her back feet. Does everybody like my cleaner, by the way? This is the very last cow, so Craig's already started cleaning up. I don't really want to admit to this as I grind away, but secretly I'm hoping I'm completely wrong. And the problem is with her back foot. and not her front foot. But as with those front feet, nothing is showing up. So we'll just continue the routine part of the trim by widening out this model. Moving on to the inner claw, nothing showed up at all. It's so frustrating when you can't find anything wrong with a cow's foot. You just desperately want to get them to overcome whatever the issue is. I'm really tongue-tied today. But the reality of it is, if it's not within her hoof, there's nothing I can do about it. And that is completely out of my jurisdiction, which is why I'm always hoping that the issue is with her hoof horn. Unfortunately though, this time, it's just not. And I'll have to tell the farmer that we can't find anything wrong. In a way, we've still done our job. We've narrowed down the fact that it's not hoof related, that crack that the farmer saw wasn't actually a crack, it was just a line of dirt. That's a wee bit of bruising there. That wouldn't be causing proper lameness though. But narrowing down the fact that it's not her foot means the farmer can now treat her appropriately by treating her with anti-inflammatory drugs for a sore leg. If it doesn't then get better and her foot starts to swell at all or even get worse, then we can revisit this cow when we're back here in 2 weeks. She is number 938. So if you subscribe to this channel and you're here in 2 weeks, you'll see if she's back in or not. So you didn't see her walking in, so you don't appreciate how lame she is. She's not unbelievably bad, but she's bad enough. Come on. So it definitely is her front left foot. Leg. She's holding it out at an angle. Because she's so sore, she's going to go in this straw pen, the hospital pen. Although right now it's the birthing pen because all of these girlies are having babies. Oh, she is really, really, really sore. So there is a very slight possibility that it could be her foot. But the problem is in so deep that we can't get to it yet. One thing is for sure, next time we're here, we're going to check up on her. And hopefully it is her leg and some anti-inflammatory drugs help that out. So there's the answer to your question. Are there any cow's feet that we can't heal? Well, yes there is. And she's definitely not the only one, unfortunately. This has been the Hoof GP. If you've made it this far, please think about subscribing.